excuse me. So all January, we're talking about fitness training as a stay-at-home mum, how to train for motherhood so that the physicality of the job is easier and you do it more powerfully. So last week we talked about strength training and the kind of cardio training that would be suitable as a mum to enhance your performance at motherhood. And today I want to talk about balance training. And I want to talk about balance training because I'm really tired of seeing it done like this. And like this. Okay, there are definitely situations and places where those movements are appropriate. But let's think for a minute. Let's think about what we're doing with our mums. Will standing on one leg or the opposite arm leg raise really help them in that situation where they're leaping out to stop a 3-year-old running onto the road, or when their legs are wrapped in a dog leash, or when a child has leapt from a coffee table? Do they help when she stepped on Lego or tripped over a toy? No. The answer is no. Mums need reactive balance. They need balance that occurs in motion. And this is sometimes a hard concept to get our heads around, but we're going to get them around it a little bit today, and I'll give you some examples. So by all means, stand on one leg. But there needs to be an element of reaction. So if we stand on one leg, we can also bounce a ball and react to the ball. You saw my reaction when it came up a bit faster than I was expecting, right? That's more purpose-driven than this. The second thing I like to do is, if you have a trainer or you are the trainer, you can move the floor on the power plate. So if someone's training their balance, you can enhance that reaction and the reactiveness of what you're doing by pushing down randomly on the power plate, and that will force her body to react. The other way is to load the torso in 3 dimensions. So if we get our trusty little violet here, as soon as I move this off balance, see how my leg reacts? Right? I'm not doing that deliberately. It just goes where it goes when I try to balance. Okay, so that's training a reaction. The go game like last week, except you could be go, changing positions, holding your balance, and then moving in 3 dimensions. So again, fair enough, standing on one leg is balance. But the true balance comes when you're going forward, back, left to right, and circles, right? So don't get too caught up. For me, that's core training too. Don't get too caught up in, 1 or 2 balance exercises. Instead, try to think about how this person needs their balance. So again, another nice one I like is this with the eyes shut. Okay? Or they're holding their balance and give her a little shove so she has to react. Those sorts of things. Far more specific and useful for our mama clients or for ourselves as mums than standing on one leg or doing bird dogs in Pilates. Again, there is a place for those things. It's not specific for the task of motherhood. So it'll make you better at something, but not necessarily mothering. And then I want to talk about diversity. So I've already kind of touched about it last week and this week, where we've got to go in 3 planes. We do straight line work. We do need to teach a proper squat and a proper deadlift, and you do need to learn how to lift properly. But that's not where it ends. And I want to give you some ideas on how to break out of that one way of doing things trap. So again, I mean, we talked about this last week. If this is all you can do, this is all you can do. So pick something. Let's pick arms. Okay, I'm going to move my arms in 3 directions, forward and back. So there's forward, there's back, left to right, there's left, there's right, and circles. This way. Why not? And you see how differently, I've forgotten what left to right was, my body has to move just in those 3, still a deadlift, right? But I'm getting more diversity. So we did the single leg example before, but there's also, if you're doing your bird dogs, if you must do them, you've got forward and back, you've got left to right. Circles might look like, I don't know, that. You can't actually do it on one hand. And then how many more muscles and more specific muscles to the task that you're trying to train for does that get? Heaps ways. So the strategy for diversifying movement, if you're already in the gym doing push-ups, lat pull down, lunges, squats, and planks, then choose a limb. Hands, arms, maybe just your right arm, your head, your feet, your knees, your hips, and move it in 3 directions. So if I was doing push-ups and I chose my foot, then a foot driver would look like this. I put my foot somewhere different every time I push up. Yeah? Lunges with a hand or a head. I might put my head down. I might put my head to the left. I might put my head to the right. I'll do a circle and I'll do a circle. Okay, so the diversifying goes hand in hand with balance, because as soon as you move your head, hand, or foot, your body, your center of gravity changes, and possibly your base of support, and your body has to rearrange itself to adapt and cope. That makes the body diverse, which means it's equipped to do things like catch 3-year-olds. You know, it'll do a perfect deadlift 1 minute and an imperfect one the next and be fine with no injury, because we trained for this possibility. So good luck with that. Remember, with all this advice, please see a women's health physio first. Just because it gives you a baseline that you can then work up from. It gives you an opportunity to check what you're doing is working or not, which is kind of important. I'll see you all next week.